Okay everybody, this is a video on how to use the chicken train. It's got nothing to do with how it's built, which is amazing. This is how I use it. So what we will be doing, we're going to move the chicken train this way. So we're moving it onto fresh grass. What I normally do, and I've already fed these guys so they're not interested, I'll normally feed them here with some beautiful organic pellets. Are they coming? That one's not interested. Then I pull this little lever so I don't have to go over there and do that. It's locked in. Normally they're both in there eating chicken food, but in this case they're not, so I will close that one as well. Now the chickens are locked into their compartment. Nice and easy, no effort at all. Now I'm moving them onto fresh greens. It's actually not fresh because I had them here, but this is for demonstration purposes because we're going to go around the corner. So there are the chickens. Both of them are usually in there, or 3 or 4, whatever. There they are, eating their food, and the wheels are engaged here, which I'll show you how they work in a minute. And then you just move, roll easily, roll the chicken train. I call this the carriage, it's the front. Roll it forward, and then same with this one. Oh, hang on. We're going to move these together in a minute, but I'm going to do some work in between. With my modified garden fork, which is now long handled for ease of use. So I've moved them forward, we've got a gap in between, and that's why it's a game changer, because now they're on fresh greens, and in a minute they're going to be eating some grubs and worms that are in this reasonably compacted soil. So without bending my back, look at this. You can zoom in on this, Jen. I've got some cardboard here that's decomposing. But there we've got some worms. So as soon as I join these cages together and open the doors, they're going to smash worms and look, grubs. They love these grubs. Here, Chook. Chook, chook, chook. Yeah, she's busy on the overturned soil over there. So we're just turning a few inches like this. Now, you can do this, if you focus on me for a sec, Jen, without even bending your back. So I only want to turn over a few inches of soil. You can do that, and there it is, turned over without even bending the back. That's why this long handled fork is a game changer. Look at all the grubs in there, which is beautiful free protein for the chooks. Well, let's pretend I've done the whole thing. Like I said, we don't want to go too deep with this, just exposing, digging up weeds and roots. See how easy that is to move? It's on wheels, and then we go like this, open, this one, open. Now the cages are connected, and that's it. Then I'll show you in a minute how we go around the corner and how we collect eggs. So that's them moved forward. Now what we would do is, this has been turned over a little bit and now scratched over and pooed on by the chickens. Now what we're going to do in the vegetable garden situation is deeply fork to aerate that mineral soil down deep. It's quite compact. This is all new area. A year ago this was bright orange and rock hard. Now we're starting to see it getting crumblier, more air rated, and darker, and the dark is soil carbon. So it just keeps getting bigger, better and better. And we'll show you in the veggie garden where it looks as black as volcanic soil and rich as, and fluffy. So what we'll do, just with a nice straight back, no effort at all, no sweating, we just crack the soil, lift it up a little bit and crack. And we go back and do it again. Pretty effortless, just lean, put your weight on there, push it in, give it a bit of a wobble and a crack. And we'll do that, and all this area out behind will be aerated and ready for planting. You can break it up, fluff it up, you can use this as a rake, always keeping the back arch this way, never like that. That's the key. So now what we can do is we can plant out behind, but we always mulch. We'll always protect this soil from the sun and the wind, because it's living soil is what we're after. This is regenerative agriculture. And look at the worm there. So we'll be mulching directly over it to protect it. Now you can plant, you can use cardboard, there's anything you can do, but in this case what I'll do is I'm going to sprinkle a mix of Asian greens, lettuce, rocket, all sorts of edible greens basically. Sprinkle that mixed with rice hulls and then a little bit of straw mulch or whatever, feather mulch. I use wood chips as well that I chip myself, and just do a feather mulch lightly to protect this so the seeds can come up. But you can do whatever you like behind, but I always protect the soil from the sun and the wind. Okay, so the chicken train and how it works. We're going to go around a corner. So once again, I'll close the door. Don't have to bend over to do that. Down she goes. Nice and easy, they're locked in. I'll just move this one back a little bit to give us room to play. Now we're moving this one forward. Around the corner. There we go. Come on, girl. Look what they're heading into. Look at the food that these guys are heading into. A lot of this stuff I'm letting to go to seed because I also save my own seed. Anyway, there we go. Disengage the wheels. It's now at ground level. Simple as that. That's engaged. That's disengaged. Now it's on the ground. This one's already engaged, I think. Right.
Show me the little gate there you've got.
Okay, just engage these wheels. So all the gates line up so that we can go in a perfect square, perfect right angle if we like. So that's locked in like that. You just push that like that. That's locked open. That's locked closed. You don't have to bend over to do that either, by the way. You can do that by standing up. Okay, I think you've got the idea. So, I better close. Oh no, it's okay. Now I've opened that up. Usually both chooks will be either in here or here. Now it's very easy to move, it's on wheels. Up she goes, lines right up with it, perfect 90 degrees. Lock that on. And that's it. Now they're ready to eat. So each time I do this, the gap in between, we do the work with the fork. So now I'm going to move it again. May as well go the whole hog here. Close the gate. Close that gate. Remember, we're always doing the work in between. Give it a little bit of space like that. Up she comes. Onto the fresh greens. Look at what they're going to get into. Snails, caterpillars, all sorts of above ground insects. In summer there'll be grasshoppers and things, moths, caterpillars, whatever. So there we are. In line, that gate's closed. These gates are closed. This one is closed. I always make sure I close all the gates first because sometimes then you forget and next thing they're in the garden smashing up all those little seedlings. So here we go. Line this one up like this. Open this one. Open this one. There they are, around the corner. Anyway, it's the same procedure to continue on that way. Turn this one around and you're back in a line and up you go. So that's how the movement of it works, and they're using the fork. And now I'll just show you the watering system. I'll just disengage these. I'll show you how easy it is. There, that's on the ground now. But you can usually leave them engaged, it doesn't matter. So here's the water system. I usually have a little dripper system like this to work with, but they really like to drink out of an open container. So I often just use this to fill up these buckets. Here like this. Want to get a close-up, Jen? Yep, so just fill them up like that. If it gets dirty, I've got holes in each corner of these chicken trains so you can access gates, undo them. If it gets tangled, you can undo it. Or you can tip this out quite easily and fill it up again. So if you're busy, if I'm busy, I'll fill this up. I'll have one of these in each chicken train, usually. I'll have that in here actually. So now that one's in the shade. If I'm busy, I just pick that up, pour it into the open container, and they're good. But this way, they've got backup. They've got it in this cage and this one, so they'll never run out of water. Very important in summer. But like I said, they prefer to drink from an open container. So yeah, there's a hole in each corner so you can direct where your feed go, or you can access doors and things. And I've also put a little bit of wire on here. You can zoom in on this, Jen. If foxes are a problem, this little bit of wire can just click on there like that, and that's not enough room for a fox to get in, but this actually is enough room, would you believe? But if foxes are an issue, electric fence is the go. So then we've got, I'll just quickly explain the shelter. This on the carriage, we've got a shelter and an extra perch so that when it's hot they can just chill out on there and relax. It's shelter from the wind, but it's got good ventilation for when it's hot. This one is a much bigger area on the actual engine, we call this. A lot more shelter. We've got about 200 mil or so of ventilation all the way around, so that in summer you've got full-on ventilation. And here we've got the access to the nesting perch, nesting box, and the perch. So that's movable, a little bit of a stretchy. To open the door, you can do it one-handed. That's open. Let me have it for a sec, love. And then that's wide enough, that door, so we can access chickens. Hello, girl. We can access the chickens off the perch at night, and you can easily, with two hands, grab the chicken by the, squeeze the wings so it calms down, and you can do whatever you like with the chook then. And there's their nesting box made out of an old oil drum. Little veranda there so they don't poo on it, so the eggs are easily accessible one-handed. And then to close it, you just do that, and that's it, it's closed. So I think that about sums up the chicken train and how to work it. What do you think, Jen?
Awesome.
Okay, that's it. Thank you, everybody. Hope that explains how it works. And I will do a more detailed video on, you know, how it's put together and the qualities of it, how long it will last, all that sort of thing. Beauty, enjoy.